Ready.
Guys, welcome back to another banger of an episode today. Now, you saw last video that we got Fat Amy running. Now, here comes the fun part.
This week, we're putting an exhaust on her.
Boom!
She's loud, highly illegal, and she needs a nice little tone to her. So what we're gonna do is we bought some stainless steel pipe.
Yep.
Some glass packs.
Yep.
One glass pack. The other one came off of my truck, and the glass pack is blown out of it. So I'm expecting the other one to blow out eventually. But we're going to you're gonna watch us weld a little bit. Thor's gonna probably have you live action underneath the truck, helping him mark the pipe so I know where to weld it.
Yep.
And then we will talk a little bit about the things we've done. I mean, we didn't go into detail about stuff that we did, so yeah, maybe we'll backtrack a little bit about the stuff that we had to do and modifications we had to make to some of the stuff to get it to work with Thor's truck. But it's another Wisconsin Revivals video, so watch to the end, like and subscribe.
Comment if you would like to.
Turn on that bell notification.
And let's get right into the video. Well, hold on. I was also going to say, we still have the goal to get to 1,000 subscribers. We have the turbos.
Later in the video, I will go bust them out and prove to you that I have the kit to turbocharge this thing. So we will do that.
Yeah.
But you just got to get us to 1,000 subscribers. So share with your friends, family,
whoever.
Brothers, sisters, mother, cousin.
God's father, cousin, person. Yeah. Makes sense to me.
Somehow you're your own grandpa in that one. So figure that one out. All right. Let's get reviving.
That's a good one. I like that one.
I like that one. That was a good one.
Alright guys, so now I am going to be showing you my exhaust and how we did that. So, I mean, you can see we have my short tube headers, and then here is my collector, and then from my collector we have a 90 that connects to around here, and then I had Hunter welded up here from the 90 to the welder or collector. And then we had this 90 come in we had to cut a little bit, and then we have another 90 come in. Well, this is actually supposed to be a little bit higher. It's supposed to be touching the frame here. My calculations were wrong, so it kind of droops down a little bit. We come into a, oh no, sorry, this is still the 90 piece, and then I had Hunter weld the two 90s together, obviously, and then from the end of this 90, we have my glass back, and we clamp those on. You can just get those clamps from O'Reilly's, and then from my end of the glass pack, we have a 45 that's kind of angled down, and then hopefully I can get a tip to put on that. And yeah. Alright guys, so as you saw, I showed you one side of the exhaust. That was on the passenger side. This is now the driver's side. And so we come down from the header into the collector, and from the collector we have a 90 that's pointed down, and then coming around I had Hunter weld again the 90 and the collector together, and then we have a 90 we had to cut off a little bit. That comes into another 90. That is a lot closer here, a lot closer to the frame. It's supposed to be about that close. Then from the 90, we have my glass pack again. We just clamped them on. And this side. So this glass pack is actually Hunter's old one. And up here there was a really bad ridge where we couldn't get the 45 on. So we decided that we were gonna weld this side on. And then, yeah, we just have another 45 angled out right, legitimately right after the cab. So then I can eventually get tips that are gonna stick out right around here. And yeah, and basically have true duals. So yeah, there's my exhaust, guys. So I know earlier Hunter said in the video that on the driver's side for the exhaust, we're gonna have to change a little bit possibly, and that's because we are actually trying to convert my truck into 4-wheel drive. And you can see back here, this is where it's supposed to connect, and it's supposed to come straight through, connect right here. But the problem is my exhaust right here might be in the way. We're not totally sure, but yeah, we might have to do a little bit of refabrication on that. But yeah, that's what Hunter meant earlier in the video when he said that we had to refabricate my exhaust on the driver's side, because my drive shaft may or may not fit right here with my exhaust coming right here. So yeah. All right guys, so here's a little update on Fat Amy. She's running. We were able to get the exhaust all done. We got that up. We're not quite finished with the exhaust. I am gonna currently order some tips to put on to completely finish off the exhaust, and then we gotta come up with a couple hangers to hang it up. But here is a little sneak peek of Fat Amy running. We were able to get a new tach hooked up. We got a new oil pressure gauge and a new coolant gauge. There's a little bit of what we did there. And then you guys are just gonna listen to her scream.
mint, guys. I'm going about 60 right now. She's cruising at about 2,500 RPMs. The temp is about 170. Oil pressure's about 40. Guys, we are sitting just fine right now. But yeah, this is a little sneak peek for Fat Amy. We are hoping to finish the exhaust here in the next couple of days. Like I said, I gotta go get some tips for her, and then put the tips on, and then put on the hangers, and then yeah, we are all set and ready to go.
Well, guys, I made it to meet up with Thor. Little Thor over there. Let's go find out what happened to Thor. We're just on the side of the road. Thor. Hey, Thor. What are we waiting for?
You see this little speculation over here? It's called gas.
What do you have?
I have no gas.
You have no gas.
I have no gas.
Yeah, he done run out of gas.
Not once, not twice. It's the third time now.
Third time's the... Well, it's not third time's the charm because he ran out of gas on the third time. So what are we gonna do to resolve this issue of gas?
I might have to figure out a different way that I can physically see my gas level go down, so I can actually tell if I need gas or not.
Well, that might... I mean... Or you just look at your fuel gauge.
Well, I left my dad's and he was sitting literally just under 3/4 of a tank. Unless this thing is done broken.
Well, you could probably throw a new fuel pump in here, maybe. See if it's maybe the fuel pump.
Oh, that could be, yeah.
But my truck over there, she runs mint, guys. No problems. Fuel gauge works. And she's just a cruiser. She likes to cruise.
Alright guys, so fun fact here. My truck actually didn't run out of gas. My aftermarket fuel pump that is sitting on my fender well decided to stop working and not draw fuel.
I'd like to formally apologize to Thor for accusing him of running out of gas again. It was kind of the first thing I jumped to because it's happened so many times.
So,
but
we're back down to just twice, not 3 times.
Yeah, just twice. His fuel gauge is working though, fun fact.
Yeah.
So our next plan of action is to hardwire his EFI pump, hardwire it to the switch so you can switch it on, and then it's going to go through a pressure regulator to get it down to 7 psi.
So yeah, just going to give you guys a heads up there, or not a heads up, an update. Alright, you can say whatever you want to say.
I didn't have anything else really to say. I forgot what I said because you found down the start button. But we're still going to give this footage to our editor so he can put this in there because this is a blooper. And he likes to put bloopers.
Isaac loves bloopers. Alright.